Hey, what's up, Nifty Racers? We got another episode for you. We got Yohann in the building, and of course, Big Mike. Yohann, I'm sure everybody knows you from Crypto Slam and everything like that, but just in case we have some new people in the building, introduce yourself. Let us know who you are, what you got going on.
Hey, yeah, I left the sort of like corporate world back before COVID. Mike, is Mike frozen there? That kind of
It looks like it.
he's throwing me off my game. He's like,
It's so good.
yeah. Well, back to my story. Hopefully, he'll come back. But yeah, I quit my corporate career and dove into Web3. Started my own company and started servicing the industry a bit, and then met Mike on Wax and. Yeah, I met also Randy from Crypto Slam now on that same sort of like group chat where we were talking about garbage pail kids. I think Mike's had set up the group. Randy was in there, and I was in there, passing the time collecting garbage pail kids in the lockdown era. And then, yeah, I mean, from then I think we secured some funding from Mark Cuban on Crypto Slam side, and my podcast NFT Hype. Also interviewed Yatsu from Animoca Brands, who got hooked up with Crypto Slam and led our one of our funding rounds. So yeah, that's the journey so far. But prior to that, I was also involved in the EOS and Wax ecosystems as well too. So that was my first foray into crypto. Having missed kind of like the Bitcoin train, I guess, the run up from when I was first interested to then. I was like, there's got to be something else out there. And unfortunately, there wasn't. I mean, the Bitcoin is Bitcoin. So that's what I came to believe or came to know after so many times. I mean, Ethereum and Solana, Avalanche, they're all adding value for sure. But Bitcoin is kind of like the most decentralized of the bunch, I would say. So yeah, that's my journey so far in a nutshell. Hopefully Mike could pop back on if he
Yeah,
didn't get
he
disconnected.
definitely will. I heard you say in the beginning of that you were collecting GPK NFTs when you first stepped through the door. I was doing the same thing. Which series did you get into first?
Oh, you're talking specifically about the on
Or
Wax?
actually, yeah, specifically with Wax. Which NFT did you buy first? What was your first purchase on the Wax
I
chain?
think my first one was like Atom Bomb sketch. I
Okay,
just went big. I was like, people are dumping these.
Series
It,
One.
yeah, OS1. Like I don't have anything else, I don't think. I have a few, actually I have a few OS2, maybe about 50 or so, but like mostly OS1, yeah. I think
Yeah,
Mike would call me a OS1 GPK whale. So
yeah. No, I see. My entry was Tiger King NFTs. I came just late, just a little too late, for Series One. Just right afterwards, I've got a buttload of Tiger King NFTs. I'm hoping he makes a comeback, like something crazy happens with Tiger King, and they do something because I'm sitting on them. Got a
oh yeah,
lot
you
of
got those? Oh, we had fun with those.
yeah.
That was a good time seeing that second one come through. I just can't. I keep seeing the memes like, I'll never financially recover from this every time, and that uh, Tiger King meme, with him going, "I'll never financially recover from this." Like the guys just kept putting that in the chat. That was a funny one. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
happy. What's your favorite OS1 character, by the way?
I didn't buy too many of them, but I mean, of course, Atom Bomb, the original, was probably it. I did like when Topps released those collectibles from Series One, like the figurines. I didn't get a chance to get any of those, but I did
Wait, they
get
released
one of those.
figurines
Yeah. Topps released figurines. They sold out pretty damn quick, dude.
like
Like,
IRL stuff.
yeah,
Ah,
physicals.
missed
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, they were dope. They came with, I think, either an NFT and a card or one or the other. I couldn't remember. But yeah, those were cool. Yeah, I didn't get too many. They were so expensive at the time when I came in the door. And then Series 2 released, and I just went hard on those packs. If you look at my wallet, I still have like 30 packs, like 20 mega packs, and then like maybe like 20 of the ultra big packs. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that was fun. I remember you from NFC Hype, the chat, like
Yeah.
when you got really active in there. I used to come in there when I first got started. You guys were a really great resource. I think you actually bought one of my first NFTs that I sold from the Dingleberries artist.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah. All
did.
right.
You guys
Yeah, I
were really
remember that. I was
supportive,
heavily
man.
involved in the Wax ecosystem, man.
I love that group, man. You guys were a great resource, still are. You know, the community itself has fizzled out a little bit, so you know I understand that. But man, it was great. That was a great entry for me to NFTs. You guys were
Yeah, it was
really
just such
helpful.
a like an experimental period in time. But yeah, it
Yeah,
was like a just a very experimental, like NFTs were brand new. Yeah, it was just brand new. So I guess everyone was just hyped up. And the reason why I named the show NFT Hype was just to kind of nip that in the bud. Like we weren't hypey at all. If you looked at some of the old shows, which Mike would probably like to know, they still get like hundreds of views like every few months,
Really?
especially the 101 type stuff. I
That's
mean, it's
awesome, dude.
yeah. I started doing more episodes recently because I stopped again, but like I started doing them again about a few months ago just because we were getting so many residual views.
Nice. That's
yeah. Have
rad.
you stepped into the
Well,
shorts yet?
we should do a show with Nifty Race, and me and Al will come on. That'll be super fun.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like because I didn't have the bandwidth to edit, I just kept it audio only. But it
Well,
still
if you
goes
want,
out.
I can edit a bit too.
Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at that. I didn't know that you were an editor now.
Well, I have been for a long time. I just never like had the opportunity. Essentially, she was doing it all, and I was like, oh well, I have lots of other stuff to do, so I won't. But I've always liked to edit, and I do photos as well. So
Interesting.
yeah.
I was asking Alex Mike what was his favorite OS1 character, and I think he said Atom
Adam
Bomb.
Bomb.
I'm just gonna say Nasty Nick just because, but Atom Bomb is like obviously the favorite. Like I have a million of them. So
Oh, you have the base ones, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I don't think I have any base.
Because I
That's all I can
stole them
afford.
all.
That's all I
Try
can
try
afford.
getting a sketch, Mike. See, then talk to me.
I just don't even worry about sketches or collectors. I'm just like, yeah, fuck that. It's out of my price range. Like Kiermon's trying to trade me for like a bunch of like low mints, and I'm just like, oh, I have a pretty good set. Why would I want to break it up for liquid crap? Like, no thanks. Like, I'll just keep it.
Yeah,
I know it's going to be worth something eventually, and like you're going to have to pay me for it, or
yeah,
someone else will. So,
So I'm
yeah.
curious.
We
So
so
will,
after you
anyways.
guys secured funding for Crypto Slam, what happened after that?
I think the main thing was integrating blockchains, right? Like, so if you notice on our website, when I started, I think we had like three at max. At the time, we had, I believe, Ronin, Ethereum, and Wax. And now, if you look on the right side there, those are all the chains that we track now.
Nice.
So those get rolled up into these little neat not line items, but in the background, they're just aggregating a crap ton of data. And essentially, like we have some chains on there, like Mythos chain, where like you don't see that data anywhere else compared with others. So that's sort of like our unique value that we provide to the market. As you can see, like you can drill down into each one of those data or blockchains and pull up these data points that are quite deep. So
so do you
Very
guys maintain APIs and stuff for all of that stuff then, or how does that work?
not at the moment. That product is just something that we just had. I guess you would say it's not to the point where it's providing the data points that I guess adds value to the overall ecosystem.
But do
It
you
adds
have
value.
private? Like, do you
Yes.
harvest it privately? So
Yes.
you're
Oh,
not using
absolutely.
public stuff?
Oh, is that what you're asking? Instead of
Yeah.
the no, this I would say like 90% of our data is crawling the blockchain itself.
Yeah. That's a big cost doing all of those servers and APIs and stuff, right? Like,
Absolutely. Like what you see
yeah.
on the front page, there's thousands of dollars in infrastructure that goes
Yeah.
behind it, right? So,
For sure.
and
For
monthly
sure.
costs as well too, which is why we have some partnerships with some chains um, that we work with basically to help them with their data quality, as well as their tracking and making sure that we're always up to date on how we track things.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know that from Shine because of how we had to track everything, and it like was just ended up being a nightmare. But now I guess there's like a lot of interesting API solutions for smaller creators like myself. So I'll have to look into that more.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're looking for data to use on your show.
Well, no, not at the moment, but I was just thinking like when we were doing Shine, like we had to spend a lot of money to maintain a lot of infrastructure, and we kind of like shut it down because it was just too much to like maintain it all essentially, right? But now if you can do it on sort of more private services or whatever that offer that, then you could probably end up like I know there's a couple out there already that I could leverage if I did want to do that. I'm just saying it's just easier as a creator to like be able to track some of that stuff now than it was when we were doing it like a couple years ago, kind of thing.
Right. And Alex, if you like go back to the homepage, I'll just kind of like show you how that rolls up to the top. You see those indexes at the top there? CS 500, CSE, CS Sol, CS Pol. They're basically like aggregating the data in its entirety on that chain, all the collections, sort of giving like an index of how each chain is performing. With the CS 500 being something like a S&P 500, where you take the top 500 collections. So it gives an overall market indicator.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I was looking at those puppets. I don't know why they caught my attention.
No, those puppets. I hate those puppets.
It was like 10 grand. The last one just sold for 10 grand. All right.
Yeah.
Apparently I'm sleeping.
Those node monkeys are doing well too. I see them at the top.
Let me see those. It's just, yeah, I should come here more because it shows me how dated I am. Like I'm a little behind on what's up with NFTs. Yeah, if you're looking for a great resource on what's popping and like what has volume, I mean, this is a really good resource if you're looking at collections or thinking about getting into NFTs or looking at tokens. I like this. This is really cool.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
that's kind of like
so many chains, man. Like it's brilliant.
Yeah, and I think that's where most of our audience comes from, is people who want to know where the volume is, what's popping, and not just restricted to, like, let's say the Ethereum ecosystem, for example, which led most of the I was going to say ordinal, but the most of the NFT activity in the last cycle. And now you can see it's a lot of Bitcoin stuff, a lot of Solana stuff.
Well, it's kind of interesting, right? Because it pretty much started on Bitcoin, like with all the Pepe stuff, and then Ethereum kind of took over, and that was like the main player, and then everybody else started getting into it, and Wax was kind of like hey, we'll do the commercial thing. So we had Tops and Marvel and all sorts of different like people with Funko and Hot Wheels and all that stuff, right? And then everyone else is kind of trying to jump into the game now too. So
yeah,
but NFTs also are kind of a hate word at the moment as well. So which has been an interesting transition.
It's got this bad reputation, right? So
I think Notcoin can help with that. I mean, with their strategy and introducing NFTs and what they're doing with them, it's nothing crazy, but I mean, if you're gonna have an NFT, what may as well have value, I guess.
Well, I think that people don't really understand what NFTs are yet. Like,
or can
it's
be.
Literally, it's or can be. You are absolutely right, because it's literally just a token on the blockchain that has information attached, and that information can be a picture of a stupid monkey. It could be the deed to your house. It could literally be the code that opens your car or starts your car. It can be anything. And that is the power of NFTs. And maybe that acronym sucks and we should figure out something better to use, because I think that it's not super marketable for one thing, but also like NFT isn't cool.
Yeah, I mean, so Mike, going back to that thought that you just had there, I was at like this toy collector shows. They have tons of them here back in Canada, and you go to these places and you see these Funkos, and the one that Alex just pulled up, but you see Funkos, you see Hot Wheels, and you ask the people that are selling them, like, what gives these things value? Like, why are you charging me $30? Why are you charging me $100? and it's mostly, you know, because they look cool or they think they're rare. They don't really know how much, you know. But this Judge Q here, you know, there's 1,000 of them for
Exactly.
999, and that's the thing. Like, I've heard that the Hot Wheel one sells for, I mean, they just last said it in our group, but the Hot Wheel
The bone shaker or whatever.
yeah, it sells for like $2,500, right?
Yeah.
And nobody at these shows even has one. And I think if I brought one to the show, like, they wouldn't really understand. I mean,
Be
the
like, what
NFT now
is
makes
this?
sense to them, right?
Like,
Yeah.
but they'd see this cool thing that they didn't know, and they'd be like, "Ooh, that's sexy," right? So that's kind of an opportunity to educate them about NFTs, and that was kind of our whole thing, that we were like, hey, make physicals that are attached to NFTs so that people want the physicals, and then they'll end up with the NFTs, and like then they'll kind of know it'll be like a entryway into that world of NFTs, right?
This is the most I've used wax recently, is just to collect a whole bunch of these Funko stuff. And I made my first, what do you call it, redemption. So I'm
Oh,
excited.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, I haven't done any of that stuff. I really should.
Yeah, I'm
For
really
sure.
pissed that I missed the Hot Wheels one.
I saw it all going down too, and I was just like, ah, it's too expensive, whatever.
Oh, how much were
But
they going for on the
I
secondary?
don't even, probably like $100 or something stupid. Like
Okay.
not even that expensive compared to what they're worth. Oh,
Yeah.
So it looks like with this one, the judge, that the holder, as of July 10th, the wallets were screenshot and they were dropped an extra token
Yeah.
to redeem. Okay, so this basically comes with no token at the moment, right? Like if you buy it,
No.
you're just getting the NFT.
yeah.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
I got a token and then I submit. You have
nice.
to go to that drop site and do some KYC and stuff.
Didn't Roy get like jacked for his bone shaker or something, and he's all choked about it?
Yeah, he said someone took it from him. I don't know how that could happen, but
They didn't deliver it or something like that. Like he thinks that somebody in the chain like ganked it along the way or something.
oh my
Apparently,
gosh, really?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I guess those people really want those bone shakers now,
I
huh?
mean, they're hot, so I don't blame them.
How many of them were there, Mike? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head, but there weren't many. I know that.
Well, the good thing is you can
Look it
pick it
up,
up, right?
Al. Look it up. Bone Shaker Hot Wheels. Yeah, there's probably like 100 or something, or maybe more. I don't remember though, but I know they were like a hot item for sure.
There you go.
It'll be the most expensive NFT, basically.
Well, it's past the submission.
Oh, that's true. So the NFT doesn't retain value.
Oh, there it is. That one down in the corner.
This guy?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's a
Well,
token.
that's the
Oh,
redemption
that's a
token.
redemption token, but can you still use that?
Probably not, but it says there's max 600, so there's literally 600 of those.
Okay, 600. There you go.
It's
Yeah, I
insane.
didn't remember anything
I would
on
have
that.
swept the floor of those. You know why I've gotten into Hot Wheels, because my son keeps going to the grocery store and picking up those $2 or dollar Hot Wheels every
Yeah,
time,
they
and he's got
love
like
those
50 of them
things,
at
man.
home.
I used
So
to love those cars, dude, and I had a little racetrack, and I used to like run them on the racetrack, and we had the loops, and I would like throw them through the loops, and half the time they would fall out halfway. And, those things were so fun, dude. I used to love that stuff
oh
when I
yeah.
was a kid.
When I was a kid, we didn't have Hot Wheels. We had Corgi because we were. I grew up in Trinidad, and we had all the English
Oh,
version of Hot Wheels, which is Corgi.
nice. No, I was lucky enough to be a North American brat, so I got the
Yeah.
Hot Wheels experience.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
But I swapped places with you. Now you're in the north and I'm in the south. So there you
Yeah,
go.
you're like, if you head east from where you are right now, like maybe go, I don't know how many miles, but you'd end up in Trinidad. So
Yep, pretty much. I'm going to go there one of these days and
oh,
visit
you'd love
all
it,
of
dude.
those islands.
I think you should try going there
Yeah, definitely. You
as
should
part of
meet me
your
down there.
Latin American tour.
Yeah, that
So
would
do
be
we got
super fun.
any updates with Crypto Slam or anything that you guys got cooking up right now?
Yes. So if you look at the Crypto Slam Twitter,
Okay.
you'll see something pinned there. Yeah, you'll see a pinned post there that kind of like tells you in the direction where we're kind of going. It's going on the route of that, and I think more information will be coming out. Just keep an eye on that Twitter account. Can't reveal too much at the moment. Seems like you're into a lot of 80s stuff there, Alex. The background.
I like some good pop culture. That's actually an alien from the X-Files movie. It was an extra prop. So like
Yeah,
when they
that's
showed
so
that alien
sick,
on the
dude.
train, that was the alien that was on the train.
I'm so
Fox
jealous
Mulder.
of that thing.
X-Files used to be one of my favorite shows.
Dude,
Yeah,
that was a killer show, man. I love that show. It's so good.
I used to wait for it to come on.
Remember the days when you used to like rush home to like, catch your favorite show because like you didn't have a VCR or anything, and if you missed it, then you missed it. That was it. There's no on demand. There's no none of this that we got now. It's
Yeah.
just you be there at on time or you don't watch your TV show. That's it.
What happened when we missed it? Could we even have caught up? I mean,
reruns.
I mean,
baby.
reruns maybe like you're just praying that they're gonna play the one that you want to see again.
yeah, they play a rerun, and it's the one from 2 weeks ago. Then you're screwed.
I tried
Like,
to
I already
explain
saw
the
that
rerun
one.
to my daughter. She was like, "What's a rerun?" I was like, "Well, that's when you watch shows that were from like last week." She goes, "Why would you wait for it? Why wouldn't you just stream it?" I'm like, "TV was
Because
like
you
big,
couldn't.
they were like this big, okay, and you had no recording device."
Because you couldn't.
Oh, dude. And they get so frustrated when like they see the circle going. It's like, oh, I can't get my content like instantaneously. I mean,
Oh my
geez.
god.
Can't wait 5 seconds for it to buffer. Really?
So awesome.
While they're ordering Postmates. Like, all right.
Yeah. It's
Alex,
a different world now, man. Holy fuck, is it ever? 20 years, and all of a sudden it's just like, woo! So what's new other than Crypto Slam, Yohann?
I mean, I'm gonna go to the Bitcoin conference. I've kind of like gotten into ordinals a lot. I inscribed below 100K a few things. Like I put my face on the Bitcoin blockchain just because I thought it would be.
You put your face on there.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome. You're
I put
preserved. You're preserved for eternity on the BGC blockchain.
That's right. It's right there, man. I put my
That's
face on there,
awesome.
and this is when the technology, like, no one knew it was going to be anything, too, right? So,
Oh, that's gonna be like the Mona Lisa of ordinals, bro. Yohann's face on the Bitcoin blockchain.
I'm part of the sub 100K collection, Mike.
That's super sick, dude. That's super sick.
Yeah. Yeah. The NFT hype logo is there too.
That's awesome. I love that as well. Definitely.
Yeah, so
Super
that's
awesome.
what's new with me. I'm gonna head out there and just it's just more NFT stuff, really. It's just more NFT stuff.
And are you doing Crypto Slam stuff there as well?
I mean, we cover the Bitcoin blockchain, but it's just one of 21, right? So
No, I mean at the conference.
Oh, what do you mean doing stuff there?
Like, do you have a booth or anything? Or are you
No, we
promoting
don't have anything there, no.
Or you're just gonna go hang out and talk, make some new
And
partners?
probably do some biz dev for Crypto Slam there. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So this is the Nifty Race site, niftyrace.com. I think Mike did send you some assets. So if you do get a chance to play with it, it's pretty simple. Your assets will show up in your stable, which is your page where you're going to stake as well. So you have your tab here, My Stable. You'll click on your ponies. I already tacked mine up, which is essentially the word for getting them ready for anybody who doesn't know that. So you can click your bunch of ponies all at once. And next to the stake button, if you haven't already staked them for the next races, you'll see a tack up option here.
That'll
So
be in the stake section though, right, Al? Not in the My Stable section.
Well, you do it in stable because if they're staked already, right?
If they're staked, then you tack up there. And stable is where you stake them.
Right, exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
So you'll see that green box here that says tack up once you click everything, and you'll be in the races at that point, right? And then you'll see them here. This is everything that's staked, including the tickets, which you'll need to pick a pony. So if you don't own a pony, for anybody out there, you can still buy tickets right now and pick a potential winner. And that's how you would do it.
Mike,
Yeah,
could you give me the TLDR on Nifty Race?
Basically, you can race your pony by staking it, and it's random, and it's like a 1 in 6 chance that you're going to win, or you can pick which pony you think is going to win, or both. And as well, you can also choose a trifecta, which means you're going to basically pick first, second, and third place all in a row, which is like basically the hardest thing that you could possibly do in horse racing. So the ponies are sort of the semi-passive option where you just have to go enter them in the race. And then with the tickets, you actually have to choose what you think is going to happen. So it's kind of more of like a random lottery pick kind of thing, which is cool.
Very cool. And this is all backed on the Wax blockchain?
Yeah, it's all a smart contract on Wax. Nifty Race.com is the address. And we have our front end, which interacts with that, which we got our artist Paolo to do all this amazing art for, which we're super happy with. And I think Al's going to run one of the races for you here.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you click the results page, you'll see a drop-down menu pop up. It'll be this. And then once you click on one of these transactions, the top one is the latest race. You just click.
And you're off. Number 5 gets the lead. The others are close. But number 5 gets the win by a nose.
Nice.
And so we take all the random results and then we populate them into the actual races so that you can see what happened, essentially.
This is cool.
Did you recognize the voice there at all?
I knew that
was that you?
Yeah.
Video.
I knew it was a person. Like it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a bunch of those and I want to do more. They were super
You
fun.
should. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Every video we do, like we play something and then he says this directly. I was waiting for it. That's me.
That's me. That's me. That's me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it out.
It's super fun, man. I suggest that you play with it for sure.
I will.
Yeah. Well, I know you guys got to be somewhere, so let's wrap it up. You got any final words for us, Yohann?
No, thanks for having me on. It was a blast from the past again, as usual, and nice to meet you, Alex.
Sure.
Yeah, happy to discuss more with you guys offline, and if you guys want to get involved in anything on the Crypto Slam side, we do have this interesting platform coming out called slamx.io. Keep in touch, Mike and Alex, and we'll talk more soon.
Awesome. Sounds like we need another show to talk about that one.
Yes, and when I
maybe
show you
when
the
you
link,
have some more time,
you might be interested in coming on there as a a content creator. So
yeah, we definitely would probably be interested in that.
Okay,
yeah,
cool. I'll talk to
exciting.
the team.
Definitely looking forward to it, doing this again. I mean, this is a fun episode. I don't think there's going to be much editing. It kind of flew, so I had a good time. We definitely should do this again. And thanks for coming up, man. Thanks for everybody
Alex.
for being here. Subscribe, like us. We're making this content for you.
Man, like us. Click that bell, baby. Get that going. Let's make it happen.
That's me dinging a bell. Sorry. All right. See you guys later.
Cheers.